We are surrounded by amazing waterways in Kakadu. People come from all over the world to see the beautiful waterfalls that we have, and I'm lucky enough to see it all the time. So we've got to make sure every bit of water that we treat on site or every bit of water that lands on wet season is treated safely and released into the environment safely, and there is no issues. We've got so many protection layers in the plant to make sure that we release safe water, and the 12 years that I've been here, we didn't have any incident at all. And before that, water treatment haven't had any incidents, and we haven't released any bad water into the environment, which is quite a good achievement for water treatment plant and ERA itself.
So at the moment we've got about 7 billion litres of contaminated water on site that we need to treat through our brine concentrator. The contaminated water I'm talking about is called processed water. We're required by the regulators to keep that water contained, separate from the environment, and we're only allowed to release that water either through evaporation or by approved treatment processes. And one of those processes is the brine concentrator that we've got. It effectively boils the water off and makes a very, very clean distilled water product that we can actually let go to the environment at the appropriate time of year. Over the next 5 years that we're closing the site, we'll get a bit of extra water from rainfall. We'll lose some water due to evaporation. So all up, we think we've got about 15 billion litres of water that we need to treat. Most of that water will actually come from the tailings that we put into Pit 3, that once we cap it, it'll start being squished and a whole heap of contaminated water will come out of that tailings. So we need to collect that and also send that water to the brine concentrator.
I work in the telemetry department in water management. My job is to monitor the live data, which is through a wide telemetry network system, which we have 80 odd sites. It's pretty much the first defence of if there's any bad water getting in the creek. We have water samplers, which is the first line of defence too, which they are triggered by a certain water quality.
As the process engineer, my role is to make sure all the water treatment plants operate at the highest standards in all aspects of the operation. From the water treatment perspective, our main challenge is during a wet season or during the monsoon period is the unpredictability of the rainfall. We collect all the rainwater within our catchment areas and then we transfer it to multiple retention ponds. So the water within our Ranger mine site, we can classify it into two types. So one is called the pond water and second one is the processed water. These both water types have different levels of contaminants. So from the water treatment perspective, we have multiple layers of filtration systems to get rid of all these harmful substances and only send the clean water back to the ecological system without impacting the environment. This ecological system takes millions of years to develop and it's a slow process. But it won't take much time to make any damage to the environment. So from the process safety point of view, operations perspective, we work daily basis really hard to make sure that the water we are sending to the environment is really clean.
I think the scale of this project in terms of what we're trying to do, take a site that's been here for 40 years, that's been mined, take that and actually convert it to something which may be incorporated in the surrounding national park. That's an amazing transition. So that to me is the seminal aspect of this closure project that I find remarkable.